Welcome back to Ash's Comics and Games, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 DC Marvel teams versus the top 5 DC teams and who would win in a fight. So I have 5 teams from DC and 5 teams from Marvel. This does include the original teams like Avengers and the Justice League, as well as a lot more. Before we get started, I'd just like to say don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and check out all my socials, which will be linked down below. As well as don't forget to comment any video ideas you want for the channel, and we're going to get straight into it because this is probably going to be a bit of a long video. So at number 1 for the Marvel team, we have the Fantastic Four. This includes Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and the Thing. So we know all of these characters have a different type of power. Let's start with Mr. Fantastic. He is, well, first of all, he can stretch any part of his body the longest, I guess, possible. It's like anatomic structure of his bodies are different. And then we've got Invisible Woman, who can turn invisible and also make force fields with her hands, as well as like trap people in force fields as well. Human Torch can obviously fire like fireballs at people, as well as obviously fly and turn into a torch. Well, he gets to set himself on fire. And the Thing then, who is basically just a big rock thing, who's also got increased super strength, super durability, and obviously he hurts a lot more because he's the Thing. And then number 1 for the DC teams, we've got Teen Titans. So honestly, I'm going to say this now, the Teen Titans win against the Fantastic Four without a doubt. Not because of like powers or anything, but basically because of the quantity. Because the Fantastic Four only have 4, if you count Franklin Richards, who I don't count, it would be 5, which it would be different then. But we don't count Franklin Richards on my channel. So we've got Robin, Dick Grayson. This team includes Robin, Dick Grayson, Starfire, Raven, Kid Flash, Beast Boy, Cyborg, but not all the time, so I might take him out of the equation if you think about it, and Donna Troy, as well as Arsenal. Just 2 of these people could probably take down the entire Fantastic Four. If you just had Starfire and Raven together, they could take down the Fantastic Four, I'm sorry. As well, Beast Boy can turn into any animal. The Kid Flash is actually faster than Barry Allen is, so he's the fastest thing alive. Well, he's the fastest thing in all of history, in all of comic book history. And Donna Troy's got increased strength, super speed. She's also got a lasso. Arsenal's an expert marksman. Cyborg is a living human computer, but we're not going to count him for this. Raven, obviously with her ties to Trigon, she's got a master in mystical arts. And Robin, Dick Grayson is a master in hand-to-hand combat, as well as detective skills. Starfire also has super strength, she can fly, and she can shoot like beams. So I think the Teen Titans are winning this. What do you think? Alright, the next Marvel team is the Inhuman Royal Family. This includes Black Bolt, Medusa, Gorgon, Crystal, Maximus, Lockjaw, Triton, and Karnak. So I don't know too much about the Inhuman Royal Family, other than obviously the Black Bolt is in it, because I remember Black Bolt being destroyed by Wanda in Multiverse of Madness, and I really enjoyed that film. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it, but I really enjoyed that part of the scene especially, because it was funny. And so yeah, obviously Black Bolt, he has the advantage. If he speaks, he can kill you. So Medusa, again, very strong powers. Gorgon, don't know too much about these. See, Lockjaw is the K9 with them, who I guess could do some big damage as well. And then the Outsiders now is against them. So this is DC's fourth biggest team, and this team includes Black Lightning, Halo, Geoforce, Katana, Looker, Metamorpho, Nightwing, Thunder, Atomic Knight, and Batman. So if you don't know much about this team, so Black Lightning can obviously shoot lightning from his hands, as well as fly in some iterations. Halo can fly. She has like all loads of different powers. She can heal people. She can teleport. There's a lot of different cool things that she can do. Geoforce can control like lava and the earth. Katana's an expert swordswoman. And Looker, I don't know too much about Looker. Metamorpho can turn into literally any substance and, you know, any liquid. Nightwing, again, expert hand-to-hand combatist and hand-to-hand fighter, as well as an expert detective. Thunder, again, I presume she makes thunder, which, you know. Atomic Knight, again, don't know too much about him. And Batman, obviously, again, an expert marksman, an expert fighter, an expert strategist, and an expert detective. So I think, personally, that DC wins this one as well. So it's 2-0 to DC at the time. Now, we go on to the third Marvel team, which is the Masters of Evil. So Marvel team number 3 is Masters of Evil. This includes Baron Zemo, Black Knight, Enchantress, Ultron, Executioner, Melter, the Mandarin, Claw, Dr. Octopus, or Doc Ock, and Radioactive Man. These are probably names you've heard before, even if you have not watched, read the comics, because Baron Zemo has appeared in the MCU, Ultron's appeared in the MCU, the Mandarin has appeared in the MCU, and Dr. Octopus has appeared outside of the MCU and inside of the MCU. Claw, Melter, Executioner, Enchantress you might not know too much about, and Black Knight you probably won't, because I don't even know that much about Black Knight. Baron Zemo does not have any powers then. He's just an expert strategist, and he can play people against themselves. Black Knight, I presume, is probably an expert swordsman. Enchantress, again, probably to do with magic. Looks like we got Magneto in that picture. Maybe I should have done a bit more research. Ultron is a living computer, and he has the power to play people against each other, and obviously he can get into any computer. The Executioner, I don't know what that's about. Melter, I presume he's like the Human Torch in a way. He can melt stuff, or he's made of melted stuff. The Mandarin, I believe, is just like a crime boss, but he's like very influential. Claw, I presume he has like a claw or something. Dr. Octopus, he has like mechanical arms which can attack, and you know that helps him with travel and also with the strength. Radioactive Man, I presume he's radioactive and he can like chuck radioactive sludge or something like that. So a pretty powerful team altogether. And then I probably shouldn't have done this against the other one, but this is the third DC team, which is the entire the Green Lantern Corps. We've got Green Lantern Corps as the third DC team. This includes Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, John Stewart, Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern, Alan Scott, Green Lantern, Simon Baz, Green Lantern, Abin Sur, Green Lantern, Kilowog, Green Lantern, Mogo, Green Lantern, and Chipped, Green Lantern. That was a lot of lanterns. So, I think, I'm not too sure now, but I think that Marvel wins this one, mainly because they have one weakness. I am not too sure about this. I don't know if the entire Green Lantern Corps weakness is yellow, or if it's just Hal Jordan. But if that's so, all they need to do is wear yellow suits and they'll be, you know. And if they get their ring taken off them, they don't have their powers. So I think, honestly, if not all of them share the same weakness, I think they will win. But if they all do, which you guys can comment down below and tell me if they do, I think they lose, because Zemo is on that team and Ultron is on that team, and they're expert strategists, and they can literally think of strategies to defeat the Lantern Corps, obviously. But I think John Stewart and Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, even Hal Jordan and Alan Scott can all put up a really great fight against Ultron and the others. The only thing is, I don't think Chipped would be too much help, and I don't think Abin Sur will be too much help. I think Mogo, could do a fair bit, but I think they're probably going to get knocked out of the game pretty early on. But yeah, I think Marvel wins this one. Then the fourth team for Marvel is the Avengers. We all know the Avengers, we know the films, we know the comics probably. If you're on my channel, you probably do know the comics. This normally includes Captain America, Thor, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Hulk, Black Panther, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Ant-Man, the Wasp or Wasp, Spider-Man or Spider-Woman, depending on which version you listen to. On this one, we've got Spider-Woman. So, pretty strong team altogether. You have Captain America, who has increased strength. You have Thor, who can wield Mjolnir. Obviously, Captain America also has a shield, and Thor can wield Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, and also he can channel lightning and thunder and all of that. Scarlet Witch, she's the most powerful being in the Marvel Universe to date, I think, apart from Agatha maybe, or Rio. But if she somehow, if she is at her full power, I think she could knock the next team out. Vision, increased intelligence because he was Jarvis. Obviously, he can fly. He can shoot lasers from his head because of the stone. Is it the mind? Yeah, it might be the mind stone, I think it is. And then we got Black Panther, who again, expert tactician and expert strategist, really smart, great suit as well. Black Widow, who's just an expert fighter, very athletic. Hawkeye, expert marksman. Ant-Man can shrink to atomic levels, but he can also grow to atomic levels as well, which is good. Wasp, again, she can fly and she can shrink to atomic levels, which, if you got Ant-Man on the team, why do you need Wasp as well? Spider-Man, again, he can shoot webs and he's got increased strength and durability, and he's Tom Holland one in the MCU at the moment is quite smart as well. I don't know too much about Spider-Woman, but I think she can fly, and she's probably also got increased strength, and she could probably sling webs as well. And then the next DC team is the Legion of Superheroes. So from here, I think we have quite a stacked list. I don't know too much about the Legion of Superheroes, to be honest, because I have not really read the comics, and I've definitely not read any, I don't think there's any shows about it or anything like that. But we do have quite a stacked list here. So, it includes Superman, Cosmic Boy, Saturn Girl, Phantom Girl, Superboy, Kid Quantum, Brainiac 5, Sunboy, Laurel Gand, Ultra Boy, Element Lad, and Spider Girl. You may be thinking Spider Girl, Spider Woman. No, it's different. Different universes. See. So I think we've got Superman, Superboy, Saturn Girl, Brainiac 5, and Ultra Boy. They're all quite powerful, and I think them alone could probably beat the Avengers. If we're not talking about Scarlet Witch. If we're talking about Scarlet Witch, it's going to take the entire team. But I think they still do it. Sadly. Hulk has increased strength. I forgot to say that. Honestly, I think they do win. Mainly because of all the heavy hitters they've got, like Superman, Superboy, Cosmic Boy, Saturn Girl, Kid Quantum, and Brainiac all on the same team. It's got to be good. Next, we've got the fifth Marvel team, which is the X-Men. So this includes Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, Professor X, Beast, Jean Grey, Rogue, Morph, Jubilee, Gambit, and Magneto. Sometimes, because sometimes he's on the team, sometimes against the team. So I don't know if we're going to be counting Magneto in this. Depends who the next team is, and if we think it's too stacked. I'll put a poll out later on the channel as well to see if you guys agree with my choices. So Cyclops can shoot lasers from his eyes, and as well as increased strength, and obviously he's an expert leader. Wolverine has claws that come out of his hands, as well as he can't physically die because he can regain his he is a very durable. Storm can obviously control weather, and she can use lightning and stuff. Beast has expert strength, and he can jump really high, and he's very strong. Jean Grey, she's got very telekinesis, and she can fly using telekinesis. Rogue, I don't know too much about Rogue, but I know she can fly. She's very strong. She's supposed to be one of the most powerful X-Men. Jubilee can shoot like fireworks out of her hands. I think she's very underrated in my opinion. Gambit now is again one of my favourite X-Men. He's probably my favourite X-Men from the X-Men 97 because, and honestly, Rogue did him so dirty in that show. Gambit is one of my favourite characters. He can turn anything in his hands to an explosive, which is really cool. He actually uses it to save the other X-Men by turning himself into an explosive. That's a little spoiler for you for the X-Men 97 series. And then Magneto, obviously he can control metal and he can fly and he's got telekinesis and all this. So let's look at the next team, and it is the Justice League. So this includes Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, Supergirl, Cyborg, Shazam, Black Canary, and Black Lightning. For this, we are going to include Magneto because it's quite a stacked team going against them. Honestly, out of the gate, Cyborg's out. Magneto can tear him apart. He's out. I hate to say it, but Green Arrow's out as well. But then I hate to say it on this side. Beast is probably out, and Morph is probably out, as well as Jubilee. At this point, Jubilee is probably also out. Black Canary's probably out at this point. Aquaman's probably out, and Batman's probably out at this point as well. And then I think, honestly, the Justice League win because Superman's strength, Wonder Woman's strength, Green Lantern's ring, the Flash's speed, Martian Manhunter's got everything. He can teleport, he can change shape, he can do whatever. Supergirl's strength, Shazam's lightning as strength and flight, and Black Lightning's lightning and flight. They win, I think, in my opinion. So that's my opinion on who wins from the first 5 DC teams, and the 5 Marvel, best 5 Marvel and best 5 DC teams. Who do you think won, Marvel or DC Comics? Comment below for a shout out in the next video, and check me out on TikTok and Instagram for more videos just like this one. My TikTok's down there. My main channel TikTok is Asher Reviews Movies and TV. This channel's TikTok is Asher's Comics and Games, and for both channels on Instagram it's Asher Reviews Movies and TV. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.